So I figured I'd come up to the garage for this morning to check on the saws, making sure they were ready. I got the chain tightened up just a little bit, but it will stretch when I'm using it, just like it did yesterday when I put that thing into the cedar tree for the test. But I didn't have a video of me doing that, but that was all the testing I done. But luckily the chain is still sharper. I might have to watch a video and learn how to sharpen the chain the right way. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong sharpening chains. It's not right. But I don't think it ain't worth doing it. I think it's probably worth just be making chains. But I don't think it may not be worth it for me for sharpening chains, but only making chains. I got the 455 wrencher back from the retirement. So I did put some gas and oil in it because I figure I might need it for that big old tree job. I may have this with me, probably instead of the MS250 Wood Boss. But I'll start up the MS250 Wood Boss for a little bit and making sure it's ready. That chain is sharp. I did sharpen it yesterday. It is sharp. Let's make sure this thing is ready. But it's just worth to have a lightweight saw if you don't want to use bigger saws all day, but it's worth having a lightweight saw. If you're logging with an excavator all day, that's what I use them for. But even that, I think it's still sharp. We may not need a 455 wrencher, but just in case if we need it. But I think that chain may be okay. I think it's worth for another try. I will definitely put him into the wood again one of these days when me and my dad are cutting down the tree. This chain I sharpened on the 026 about a couple years ago. It's cutting like a knife through butter. I did use it at the cedar tree at one time. And it cuts like a knife. But it's going to run a 20-inch bar. I'll have a video of a 20-inch bar onto this thing soon. But at least it did okay. I did start up this one, and it did ran great. And it runs a lot stronger. The nuts are tight. And the engine definitely runs great into this Tiger Cat. This is how I usually drop start it with the saw level like that. That's how I usually drop start my saws every time. With them leveled without pulling them so hard. Just pull it gently. I'll show you that on that one. Now watch how I done it. Prime it too much. That's how I drop start them. That's how I drop start my saws. I'll get a new chain brake clutch cover for that saw. That's how they work. But I'll definitely get one soon for it. See how easy that is? I like modern saws better than the antique chainsaws, but vintage chainsaws are definitely way too loud. That's why I stick with the quiet modern saws. So that way it wouldn't hurt my ears. Do I even had a menu up here on this bench? Let me check something real quick. Oh, it's an echo manual for the speed heads. Holy shoot. But it didn't have directions to how you put the string in. But it didn't have directions for it. Probably sooner I'll have to get an Echo SRM 225 straight shaft weed eater. After when I get a Steel FS 55 RC running, when I get that one off of eBay. But anyways, I'll make a video comparison called the free 8 pitch and the free 25 pitch with the Tiger Cat and the Husqavra 455 Rancher after a while. Probably in the afternoon. But anyways, stay tuned for that, and thank you all for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And thank y'all so much, and please take care, and stay tuned for that chain comparison video. Anyways, I'll see you later.